Alright, so the new version preview is here. New version preview, Burning Beat Rave Part 2. So we already looked through the patch note. We already have an idea what we're gonna have at the new patch, which I still remain concerned, right? So I hope this new version preview can actually bring something like the visual wise. We can actually know how they will actually be done. But now let's take a look here. Alright, so new Esper. We have Sage here. Okay, so this is the Umbra icon, fighter type. Yeah, okay, new icon, but let's see.
Rock's more than music. It's a fight for what you stand for.
Looks pretty cool, but I feel like the face is a bit weird. I don't know why, but I feel like the face portion is a little bit weird. Or is it because it's a little bit blurry on the scaling part? But it's make me kinda feel weird in a way, but the animations looks cool.
Turn it up. Time to rock the
Okay,
world.
so this is the skill icon. AoE damage, and then when AoE damage here, he gonna get the recovery and also absorb and self recovery, Nether buff. No, Umbra, AoE damage. Okay, then the Nocturne Echoes. Okay, let's take a look here. Umbra, 50% chance of obtaining Sage when acquiring a legendary Esper. 100 HP I assume, because this 93 here. What is this music icon for? What is this 40? I'm curious what it is 40 and what. Okay, this probably is the pay to win packs, right? And then this is the Nether disc. Why is it not called Umbra disc? So 20 day. Yeah, but my concern still remains, like, how are they going to rerun this thing? Are they going to like always remain him and the Nocturne Echoes, or is it going to come back time to time, or is it going to be like Shimmer Accord? Like Shimmer Accord, right? They also have this timer here, but the timer doesn't mean anything. So let me show you. Right, so we look at it side by side, right? If we look at the Echo here, we go to the Shimmer Accord. There's also a 7-day counter, which means the counter is always here, but the only counter is actually they switch out the Shimmer Esper. So like, let's say this, I'm picking to her, right? When they go into a new patch, then this countdown will reset into 21 day, but it will go back to a random stage. So what made me curious is if this Sage thing, the countdown timer here, is something like Shimmer. Because if something like Shimmer, it doesn't really matter, which means it's always going to be on the banner. But I don't really think so, because I think it will be like time limited and then we have to wait for its rerun, which kind of suck in a way. But now let's take a look. Okay, so this is the animation of the Umbra Esper. Okay, Burning Beat Assembly. So here we have the festival puzzle instead of the cake, and then the rest here remains. Basically we get more rewards. So we have raised to level 70 benefit here. And this raise to level 70, right, is actually, it seems like we're actually able to do 2 level 70 within one patch. It's because we have the Umbra icon here. And also, let's say I have a level 70 Esper, or I have a level 60 Esper, right? I use this function to let one Esper to level 70. Then after that, which at the same time, we have more level mon from the event itself. The level mon, I assume is going to be 5 from the event itself, so it's 1 level 70. And this function here is going to give us another 1 level 70, so it's 2 level 70. So we should be able to get 2 level 70 here, 1 from the event and 1 from the event shop and the event stuff, right? So we're going to have 2 level 70 within this one patch. Alright. Okay, we don't have the Sonica event, we have the Memory Reef and this Burning Beat, and we have the level mount here. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have 2 level 70 within one patch. Okay, we have the Memory Reef. Oh, and I also forgot to point out this. So you can see here that this is the new element chart. So Shimmer is the counter against Umbra. Then Umbra is the counter against all 3 elements. And all 3 elements here have their own specific counter. So we have the Flow fighting Inferno, Inferno fight Wind, Wind flag Flow. This is the usual 3 element. And previously, before Umbra release, Shimmer is the only element that won't get countered by anything and won't counter anything. But now with the Umbra release, Shimmer will counter Umbra. Umbra will counter all 3 elements, but still no one can counter Shimmer. So Shimmer still remains the highest rarity and the tier. Then Umbra is the 2nd highest. Then Element will be the 3rd highest, because last time the 3rd will be equal and then Shimmer is special. But now Shimmer still remains special because he can still counter Umbra, but Umbra counters all 3 elements. So I think this is something worth noticing this, because this is a new element chart. Basically now Shimmer counter Umbra, so they are not on par rarity, because Shimmer still 1 tier rarity than Umbra, because Umbra cannot re-counter Shimmer because there's no arrow counter back. At first I thought that it's going to be a light and dark counter each other thing, but it's not going to be the case. It's going to be Shimmer counter Umbra, but Umbra cannot re-counter Shimmer. Umbra counter elements. And then we have the festival puzzle. Basically is a lock-in event for you to get some extra rewards. Okay, then we have the JV championship here. Is the Transcend material. 30 ripple here. It seems like we're able to convert the extra one. I wonder if we can use champ coin to purchase it. Okay, so we have we can still convert the Momo ripple, all these things to champ coin. And then I also assume that we are able to convert the JV Transcend material into the champ coin as well. But at the same time, I hope we can use champ coin to actually purchase the JV Transcend material. Okay, then this is we get the regular reward. We're gonna get like 10 per regular reward, I guess. Then we're gonna have the leaderboard Transcendent material. But I assume champ coin we are able to purchase it as well, but let's see. As per Transcendence. Okay, so JV Transcendence is through the Ascension itself. You can click through the Ascension, though of course there's nothing new icon here. So they click through the Ascension icon, there's going to be a few phase. So phase 1 here is going to increase attack by 320 with 30 material. So you're going to need 30 of the material to Ascension the phase 1. And then the second material need another 30 to level up the skill upgrade. Then the third, okay, so it seems like every phase here is 30. We can see all phase here is 30. So this is attack stats, HP stats, defense stats, and then we have the skill upgrade here, still 30. And then the last phase here looks like we need double of the material. Okay, so at the last phase here, we're gonna need 60 of those. So 60 for 1 upgrade. 15% on fighter. Does that mean that 15% on attack? Then 15% of defense, 15% of HP, fighter, and crit damage. But I assume every tier here is 60 material. So 30, 30, 30, 30. We have 530 here is 150. And then we have a total of 5 tier here. And 5 tier, and each tier is 60, assuming 60. So we're gonna need 450. We're gonna need 450 Transcendent material to fully max out JV Ascension. But the most important one is these two because it's a skill upgrade. The rest here is extra stats, but I wonder how the extra stats looks like. Okay, then this is the bounty as per we are able to change, and that's all. Alright, so that's all for this new version preview. Basically, we get an idea how it looks like now from the new version preview. Overall, isn't basically we already know what we already get from the patch note, but it's just a visual. We get a better idea how it looks like. Right, so feel free to comment down what you guys think about it, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is GenMP, SPVCEJVMQ, Trendcan, thank you so much for your support. And also special thanks for the supporter or patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Anni, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwaltz, Rimu, Chani, Antonio Winterspoon, Cragran, Calamity, Rocco Standions, Jordan Alons. Special thanks for your support. And also special thanks for the Super Thanks MVP, HMZ, RY, and X, Reeds. Thank you so much for your support. Special thanks for the direct support on the live stream super chat for the latest tag. Thank you so much for Code Wardeners, Calamity, Anni, Love Fatima, Fatima Little Underwear, Bloods, Riku Fred, Chani. Thank you so much for your support.